Grandmaster Pang, you can't be serious. It was you all along.
Well, as soon as Gramps mentioned that he wanted to seek out someone to train, I immediately connected the dots that this whole dreamland was a test all along. Just to be clear, I connected the dots as soon as he said that line. Because before then, I didn't know what was going on with this dream world. But as soon as he said that, I connected the dots to be like, ah, that's what they were trying to do with the story.
Ah. Ah. Oh. Wait. This is...
Well, I guess this is Grandmaster Pang's training facility or something like that. When bright brand bores through heaven's door, the sun shall rise o'er darkened skies, and banish night with holy light. Okay.
Welcome to the place where lost souls gather. The place between worlds. This is the Void. And you are courageous indeed to have ventured here. Not all of my students would dare.
It's an honor to see you again, Grandmaster.
Contentment is complacency. Happiness is inertia. You did well to refuse its temptations.
So it was all a test then?
You mean, yeah, that's kind of very anime to do that type of test.
Indeed, it was. But you were not deceived by my illusions. You were not seduced by the fantasy of an easy escape. It's a start.
Yes! Passed with flying colors! So you'll train me, eh?
You still have not learned to listen, I see. I said it was a start. There is work to do yet if you are to prove yourself truly worthy.
You what?
You must show me that you have not been neglectful of your training. That you have been diligent in your daily practice. And there's only one way to truly make sure of that.
I knew it. It's gonna be a fight.
What? Not the naughty stick! And you've taken to wielding two of them, I see! Oh, Crivens, I'll no get out of this without a bruise or two!
Okay. Why do they have to be called Naughty Stick of all things?
But, if that's what it takes, then so be it. Do your worst! Yeah!
Let us begin.
Alright. The first fight in the Graham story.
Tool at your disposal. Or else.
Sword stands. Okay. Well, let's do right as rains. I can be slowly healed. Alright. Not too shabby with the damage. But luckily I'm a healer, so that's not a problem. Yeah, Zammo. Ooh, that does more damage, Zammo. You just had to get one critical hit in there. You just had to AI, didn't you?
Surrender your soul!
I'll let you on.
No! No, I'm enthralled. No! Please, game. Thank you. I was gonna say, don't let me keep being enthralled.
Do you believe you have what it takes to defeat me?
Spellcaster's Dance. Wow. First of all, new Rider's Reign, because it wore off.
I call upon the darkness. Double!
Owie. That was a lot of damage. Let's heal myself to make sure that I don't, you know, lose. Right. Now this should do more damage, right? Yep. Now physical hits do more damage. Ow. Why did you do so much damage with Zamel?
I've held back until now, but no longer.
Alright, now she's neutral.
Come on!
Oh, come on! She brought back up. That's so not fair. Tantamount. Ow. An almighty ability. I don't like the name of that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's not good. That's not good. Let's just defend this turn. Alright. Wise of me to guard is all I say. Very wise of me to do that. I'm glad I read the situation correctly with what the game wanted me to do. Alright, get this horse out of here. Oh no, not again with this almighty ability. Not again. Please, no more.
Let the darkness consume you!
Well, she's ready to strike, so defend. The last hit almost seems to be a critical hit, huh? Not again. Could you please not spam that move? Well, I don't think I'm gonna kill her this turn, so let's just guard again. Yep, I was correct. No, just thank you. Woo. I think that crit mattered. I think that crit mattered. So thank you, Gramps.
Phew.
Hey, he leveled up. Let's go. Does he have enough points? 11? Can he learn something with 11? Not that one, which he needs to get the question mark out of the way, so... Not really, no.
Perhaps you have not been as lazy as I feared. But you are still not ready.
Yeah, man.
Wait.
Still, your resolve is clear. You have shown me how much you are willing to endure in order to take on the Lord of Shadows. Perhaps you are as ready as you'll ever be.
You're serious? You mean it's time?
It is. You will be trained in the most closely guarded secrets of our art. But were you to undergo the full course of study, the physical body you have left behind would wither and die. As such, your training must be accelerated, and the work of years condensed into mere days. But it will not be easy. Are you ready to open the gates of hell and see what lies beyond? You had better be.
I mean, if Goku can come back from the dead several times over, then surely Gramps can handle it.
You bet I am! I've the best teacher there is to guide me, and I'll gladly follow her wherever she leads me.
I am very happy to hear it.
By the way, the whole bunny girl thing, you were more than a mite convincing, Grandmaster, I have to say. You could have sworn you'd swanned in straight off the cover of a vintage issue of the Ogler's Digest.
There is more to me than meets the eye, you know. I, too, was young once upon a time.
Wait, you're not young? You look younger than Gramps. It's just the typical anime logic where someone looks to be in their 20s, but they are actually like several hundred years old. It is someone that looks very old. Is like, ah man, nah, he's not actually old. He's also young.
Hang on a minute. What do you mean by that exactly?
Do not question your master. You have training to be doing. We will make it easy to begin with. 10,000 press-ups. On your knuckles.
10,000? They say that's easy?
10,000?
Yeah, my reaction exactly, Gramps.
Oh yeah!
I do like how the gate looked like the Omega sign, though. To sort of symbolize the end. I do like that, though. I don't think we have time to finish. Maybe? It depends on how fast it is, but we might be able to finish the twins as well.
His friends still live. His friends still fight. Their cause is not forlorn. The night is dark and dreadful, but we may yet see the dawn.
Or do the twins not have one?
Though Erdrea is racked with darkness, suffering, and pain, the Luminary's light can shine upon this land again.
Wait. What? I'm a fish? Why am I a fish? Well, that's a bit disappointing. The twins don't have one? So only Sylvando, Eric, Jade, and Gramps got a side story. But the twins didn't? That's kind of nonsensical. I'm a little bit disappointed about that. Why didn't the twins get one? Surely the twins could have done something while the Luminary was, you know, resting as a fish apparently. Instead of being like, no, no, no. The twins, they don't need one. Veronica and Serena, they're fine. You don't need to know what happened to them. But, okay, so apparently I'm done with the side stories. I thought there were gonna be at least one more. But apparently not. I guess I can officially rank them. Of the four stories then, number one becomes Gramps, his story. Mostly because I really like the lore that they introduced with it. That they showed you how the Luminary's mother in more closer details than just the opening cutscene. You get to see how the Luminary's father looks like. And you get to know a little bit about the past of how it used to be when Dundrasil was still standing. So, because of all the lore things, number one goes to Graham's side story. Number two becomes Sylvando's. Because it was very fitting for Sylvando's character to just want to make people smile. It was silly, just like how a jester should be. And I thought it was just fun, and the outfit you got with Sylvando was just spectacular. The outfit he got at the end is just so perfect for him. Like, the only thing that could have been better would be if Sylvando would have had at least one girl member. Didn't mean to trigger the cutscene.
Oh, you're awake! You're alert! You're alive!
I didn't mean to trigger this. I still have to continue my ranking. But, right, I was just saying. The only thing that would have made Sylvando's side story better would have been if it was at least one girl in his merry band. At least one. They didn't have to be like two or three, but at least one. Because it was getting a little bit ridiculous that it would just keep being dudes that got hired to his merry band. The number three would be Eric. He did have a cool moment when he went Super Saiyan Red. I don't know exactly what the level is, but it kind of felt like he was channeling the Super Saiyan Red power, which was really cool. I could have done without the slurp sound from the healing slime. I could have definitely be without that. But it's a big shame that his ending is that he gets amnesia. I really don't. Although it gave it a bittersweet ending, I still didn't like that he got amnesia. I don't like it. I'm not a huge fan whenever characters suddenly get amnesia. If they start with amnesia, I'm fine with it because, you know, Persona tackles amnesia a lot. Because they have amnesia with Teddy, they have amnesia with Morgana. Persona 3, the protagonist kind of have amnesia because they forget about how they got Thanatos in them. And then Aegis also has a tiny bit of like memory loss. Not big amnesia, but they have slight moments with it in Persona 3. So therefore, I'm fine with amnesia if that's how a character starts. But if the character you got to have, like, says more or less the beginning of the story because Eric is your first recruit, to have him for like over 50 hours of gameplay, and then suddenly to have him be like, oh, by the way, the 50 hours you experienced with Eric, yeah, he's gotta forget about all about them, and now be reduced to a character that doesn't know who he is or what he's doing. I did not like that. That they did that for Eric. I'm not happy about that. And Jade's becomes last place because, well, it had multiple issues, I would say, the Jade story. Mainly, the pacing was a little bit weird. The setting up as if the girly burly would be like the biggest punishment, the biggest, baddest punishment out there. And all it turned out to be was just 3 waves of monsters. That was just so poor writing. To be like, ah, 3-round monster, that's so grueling, right? You can't possibly do a back-to-back-to-back fight, that's so grueling, etc., etc. Like, I did not like that. And I don't like how they ended with Jade seemingly becoming Booga's mistress. I don't like that because I don't mind that Booga fell for Jade. I don't mind that portion. I do mind that she became his mistress because of a suit. That I do have a problem with. Simply because of the implications, because I know Booga doesn't explicitly say that he's gonna do anything, you know, too over the top with her, because he just mentioned holding hands, writing love letters. But I still feel like that in between the lines is that he would do more than just hold Jade's hand. And I don't like that they want that to be canon, that that's what happens to Jade. I don't feel like she deserves it as a character. I don't feel like she deserves it to be like, oh yeah, what she went through with the guilt of losing the Luminary, whom she sees as her adoptive brother, to lose him and then get to reunite with him, to travel with her long lost brother, only to be like, oh yeah, let's now reduce Jade to haha hot girl joke becoming a damsel in distress more or less by a explicitly creepy monster whom even mentioned giving a lashing 24/7. Like, I don't like that. I really don't like that angle for Jade. I don't care that she has like fan service in the bunny outfit or how she's designed with her curves, but I do have a problem with that. I have big problems with that they went that direction. So, like, Sylvando and Gramps' story, they're kind of close to each other. Like, Gramps wins, but Sylvando is not far behind. Like, if you were to mention like a line graph, not line graph, but a bar graph. Like, you could see like Gramps sitting at like 100, and then Sylvando at like 90, so they're close to each other. Then Eric's becomes like a 50 point, so it's a rather big gap between Eric and Sylvando. And then you would see Jade at like a 10 point. It's like a massive gap between Jade and Eric and Jade and Sylvando and Gramps' story. That's how much I didn't like the ending of Jade's story and how they wrote it. But I feel like I'm done rambling now, so let's continue so we don't have to look at this fish guy's face anymore.
Your breath was getting shorter, you couldn't breathe the water, but look at you now. It's an unequivocal miracle. Queen Marina!
Turn me back from being a fish, please. I don't want to be a fish. If anything, make me a merman. Yeah, like if you're gonna force me to be a fish, make me a merman. Or one of those mermaniacs. I know they aren't considered pretty, but at the very least do that. And don't just have me be a full-blown fish. That I don't appreciate that we are now a fish for some reason. And my word, the fish moves not so fast. And you have no way of speeding up as a fish either. I'm not a big fan of this. Please get me out of being a fish. Am I floating the correct direction? I don't think so, but maybe I can buy stuff? I mean, it would make sense if I could. Whoops. I want to specifically go to the store. Ah, down here. Yo, shark. Oi, oi, we got here then. Ain't it every day I get a fish swimming into me shop? You got a bit more than your lily-livered mates, ain't ya? Too right you have. Lovely jubbly, I reckon you have and me are gonna get along just fine. The problem is I'm all out of stock. The delivery fish ain't been coming these last few weeks. And I already sold out the stuff I had. Nothing I can do in it. This shark man. How dare he be like this? What I was thinking is from here you went to the throne room? Yeah, then you spoke to her.
You say our guest has finally recovered from his wounds? Then let us expedite the plan. It must be done, and soon.
Your Majesty.
Don't fear for me. I'm not done yet. Until my work is finished, I'll find the strength to carry on. I shall not be diminished.
Okay, so she is losing her powers, the queen?
No.
Ah, there you are, old friend. Or should I say, new fish. You make a finer flounder than I'd ever dared to wish.
I don't care about the compliments. Just get me out of being a fish.
When first my subjects brought you here, it gave me such a shock. To see you bruised and broken like a ship wrecked on the rocks.
But that does not explain why I'm a fish.
The Lord of Shadows thinks you dead. The sea swarms with his spies. I changed you to this fishy form to hide you from his eyes.
Okay, at least you gave a reasonable explanation as to why I'm a fish, but can you please send me back?
Many troubled months have come and gone since your arrival. As you slept, my healers strove to safeguard your survival. You cannot know how glad I am to see you fully healed. But soon the spell will fade, and you must once more take the field.
Wait, months have passed? So you're telling me that Jade is gonna be... That makes the story even worse. If it's been that Jade has not just been with that creepy Booga for like a day or a week. No. Many months? She had to be stuck being Booga's mistress? Nah, no. Sorry, that shot it down lower, finding out that canonically it's been months. I'm sorry, that shot Jade's story to a negative 10,000. Awful direction on Jade's story. Awful.
I have a plan to see you safe. That's all I've ever wished. If all goes well, you'll soon know what it feels like to be fished.
Why do I want to be fished? Now I'm never gonna be able to eat fish again.
Forgive my haste. These strange events must take you by surprise. You have so many questions. I can see it in your eyes. I saw you battle bravely by the World Tree's holy heart. I saw the Lord of Shadows tear your fellowship apart. I saw you you strive to fell the fiend, and how your plans were vexed. When you are ready, follow me to see what happened next.
Sure thing, Queen Mermaid.